We are ready to rock. So let's start with the foundation of the turnout. Oh, is this the girl? Okay. Usually that's what happens. I swear to God. Okay. So the thing you want to remember is turnout comes from your hips. If you lift up your foot and you rotate it outwards and put it down, that is where you're going to find your own rotation in the hip socket. So you say turnout, you're rotating and you're squeezing your glutes. This is first position. We're here a lot in level one. We also hang out in second position. Remember, second is a little bit wider than your shoulders for the warm up. This is a personal preference. Because when you do plies, you keep your hips in neutral without having your feet too close and your butt stick out. So it's just like a nice little placement tip. And it feels good in the hips. We're also going to be in third position today. If you have your foot in front of your arch, right in the middle, that's a perfect spot. If and when you get ballet slippers, usually where your elastic band is, that's perfect. And third, it changes depending what foot's on front. There are two other positions, but we're not going to worry about them today. Keep it chill. Let's go back to first. We are squeezing our booty all class. We're also going to engage our core. So really try to pull in your belly button towards your spine. Oh, this might be her. And shoulders are down. And your lip, yep, this is what happens. Oh, and good boy. Good boy, Giz. Hello, welcome. How are you? Good. What was your name? Suzy, nice to meet you. Welcome to Ballet Lounge. We're just getting started, so definitely take off your bag or jacket, whatever. I'll get you to fill out your waiver afterwards. Did you have any injuries I need to know about? And have you done much ballet before? Cool. Well, get dressed and I'll be reviewing some basics for you. Wonderful. All right. Oh, did you want to say hi? Sorry. He's like, I'm good now. He's like, class is starting, mom. And what you might want to do, sweetie, if you want to stand here, you can see me really good on the first side. So as I was mentioning, posture, right? So core engagement is really important. It's like you're standing in a plank position. So as you suck in your tummy muscles, it's going to help you with your posture and your balance. The other thing is to bring your shoulders down. So from the side, right, where you don't want to slouch, you want to bring them back. And you always want to lengthen from the top of your spine. This is for my newest baby. So let me review that one more time. This is really important. First position. So if you put your feet together like this and then lift up your toes and rotate outwards, yeah, that's your first position. And it's coming by squeezing your butt cheeks together. He likes your water bottle. Oh, he's looking for the treats. I can't right now. Gizmo, go in your bed. Go in your bed. Good boy. Or sit on my leg warmers. Or he's fine. He just now wants the treats. Anyways, I'm going to quickly review some arm positions. This is called braba. It means arms down. Basically, you want to have your hands in front of your thighs, but they're not touching. They're slightly hovering. The shape of my arm is an oval shape. So they're not too straight. They're not too bent. They're somewhere just in the middle. If you keep this shape and put it in front of your stomach, this is called first position. I'm going to skip a few positions because of the shape. This is fifth position. So it's kind of like a picture frame around your face. The last one I'm going to review for now is called second position. See, he gave up. It looks like this. So second position of the arms kind of looks like you're hugging a tree from the side because your arms are curved and forward. But from the front, you want to have your elbows supported like you're resting them on a table. I was going to do a quick couple small corrections. You look great. I'm just going to give you a little bit more length. Yeah. You're going to do just a little bit more curve forward. Yeah, it's all good for sure. You never want to have your arms too far back. That looks quite good. You're just going to tuck in your thumbs now, loves. Yes, gorgeous. Looking pretty good. This is your first time. You're doing amazing. Just tuck in your thumbs next. I never talked about that, but that's the next step. Boop. It's kind of like you're holding an imaginary pencil. Yes, this one will be the one we'll be talking a lot. So if I first say don't do a chicken wing, it means this happened. So we're gonna try to keep that elbow supported. And when you do it properly, you feel your shoulders and your back working, which is why dancers have really nice backs. For sure. Anyways, relax your arms. Woo. I'm going to review the warm up. The cool thing ballet, it's a lot of repetition. So practice makes better. So what's going to happen is you're in your first position, your hand is on the bar. You're going to do a breath. You inhale as the arm goes out. You exhale as the arm comes in. The arm goes in front and it stays in second while you bend your knees and do a plie. bend, stretch, and bend. Now you do a grand plie where you go through the demi. The heels are gonna come off the floor. Then you're gonna press your heels down first and stretch your legs. We're gonna do a forward bend and just hold it today. Relax your head. It's a nice little stretch. Noticing my arm is in fifth. As I come up, my arm is gonna be up above my head, just like that. And then you're gonna open everything into second. Second is just a wider position. Just get your feet a bit wider, sweetheart. Like kind of like this way. Outwards, outwards. Yeah. So kind of like past your shoulders. Repeat. Little bend and stretch, little bend and stretch. Grand plie, the heels stay down. That's why we want a wider position of the feet. When you do your side bend, the arm is in fifth. Then you hinge over, and this should feel good in your waist. When you recover, the arm floats back to where it was. You point the toe, and you slide the foot into the position third, which is right at your middle of your other foot. Perfect. 2 little bends. We're then going to do grand plie. This is where the heels come off the floor again, and then the heels go down. And I'll talk about that in a second. It's weird. It's super weird. But basically, the last part is your balance. Your back bend. Arm up, turn your head, little stretch for your abs. Now, I'm going to quickly just talk about the balance first, and then I'll talk about the plie. When you do the balance, you're going to go up on your tippy toes. You're going to squish this outside foot in front, and you may not even balance today. Just hold on the bar, and I'm going to make sure your form is good. The most important thing, I'll do this sideways for Janice to see me on Zoom, is you want to squeeze your ankles together. Then you want to squeeze your legs together. You want to squeeze your butt. You want to engage your core. It's basically every muscle in your body is squeezing, and one day you will balance. And if it's not today, don't worry, because we're doing this all month. If you come back. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the plie thing. So put your feet in first position. So demi plie means half plie. So this is why it's a small plie. For the grand plie, I'm in my demi. I can't get any deeper. That's why the heels are coming off the floor. When I come back up, I must do the opposite, where I press the heels in the floor first and then stretch my legs. And that is what really warms you up. So yeah, if you want to try, push down and go, yeah. And do you feel like a little bit of burning here? Yeah, that's what you want. You do have beautiful long limbs. That's the thing you want in ballet. To help you with where to stand at the bar, I was going to talk about that later, but if you want to talk about it now, for sure. Basically, when you're at the bar, bend your arm a little bit like this and have your hand forward, and then kind of stand the bar. This way, when you're dancing, you're okay. But when you step into second, your hand is going to slide. And then that way, you slide your hand back. That way, you always have your hand on the bar. And then when you come back in, you slide your hand forward. Because what most people do is this. They start too far, and then they're like, oh no, there's no bar. Especially if you're kind of scared to try to find your balance. So that's kind of a little tip and trick. Thanks for asking. I'll talk about it later if we needed to, but you guys did it. Unfortunately, you get to be the leader, but you know what's going on. I'll still help you. Let's try to the music and see what happens. So here's your breath, and prepare the arm. Slow plie, bend, and stretch one more time. Now grand plie, heels come off the floor here, then the heels go down right away. You got it. Bending over, relax your head and breathe. Just hold. Coming up with your arm above your head. Then we open everything nice and wide into second. Repeat, little bend and stretch. You can probably bring a little bit in. Yeah, perfect. Some in the middle. I like it though. You're going for it. And grand plie. Slowly coming up. This is a side bend towards your bar. Hold it. I'm just taking a look at everybody. So far, so good. Arm goes back to where it was. Point that toe, slide it into third. Repeat. Bend and stretch again here. Floating down, heels off, heels in the floor. Good job. Now this arm is going to come up. Turn your head, little back bend. And then when you recover, your legs are straight as you rise. The front foot squeezes in, and I'm going to come help you. Don't worry. gonna start with this lucky lady. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring this foot in front, and then you're gonna stretch your legs and squish them together like this. Yeah. And then one day, don't worry, we'll balance, but don't worry about that today. Ankles closer, even more. There you go. Squish, squish. Use my finger. Yes. And then you're gonna bring your foot in closer too, so as close as you can. The legs. Good job. Not bad. Can you bring your foot a little bit more in front? Even more. In. Yeah. And squeeze. Good job. And relax. Awesome. So I was told you never want to see any daylight between your ankles and your legs when you're in fifth position. So that's why I'm crazy about it too. So think about it. What you never want to have space because it's actually really hard to balance eventually. Like this is going to feel really hard, but this is actually not good. So you're placing your foot literally right into your other ankle. Like imagine like a puzzle piece that kind of perfectly fits in there and the ankles are pushing together. That is the stability of the foundation of your house into the position. Then, this is one of my favorite visuals. You are a zipper of a jacket. You're putting the zipper in the zipper thing, right? And then you go, zoop, right? You're squeezing your legs together so freaking hard. The other visual is like you got a bunch of $1 million bills and you're squeezing your $1 million bills so no one could take it from you. That's a good visual too. Manifest money, manifest money. Right? Squeeze the ankles. And then from there, in theory, as you're squishing your legs together, it's going to make you more stable. Now, this might take a minute because it's like you're standing on one leg. This is a very small surface area, but that's just the proper position. I don't make up this stuff. This is the rules. Otherwise, we did pretty damn good. We're going to try to get on the second side. Whoop, whoop. So good news, but bad news, you're the leader, but I will still say the stuff. So feet in first, prepare the arm. Let's try it again. So big diamond, bend and squeeze your bum. Knees to the side. Now grand plie, the heels come off the floor. Then they go down. Pop, pop, pop. That's normal. Forward bend. Relax your head here, guys. Just chill. Slowly coming up. Everything is nice and wide to the side in second. Repeat. Little bend and stretch. One more. Now grand plie, heels in the floor. Slowly coming up. Thigh bend towards your bar. You want to eventually look down at the floor. It's about your profile. Then you come back to where you were. Point that toe. Place it in front. One more time. Plie. And stretch again here. Now going all the way down. Nice. Heels on the floor right away. You got it, queens. Now for the back bend, turn your head towards the arm that's lifted. It takes pressure off your neck and we can see your face. Recover. Now let's rise up on our tippy toes. I want you to squish your ankles nice and tight. Squeeze your inner thighs together as much as you can. And then maybe balance, but it's okay if not yet. This is already better, but can we do more? What's closer? Imagine it's a really cold winter's day and your ankles need to get closer so they stay warm. Yes, girl, you did it. Amazing. And relax, guys. Perfect. Now, this is a really hard position, but it is the position of the month for our intro program because it's going to eventually be a turn. Don't worry about the turn today. We got all month to worry about it. But it all starts right there. So if you want homework, you don't got to do any of our homework. Just trying to practice finding that position is probably all you need to worry about. And if you've done this before, can you try at your kitchen counter to maybe not fall or balance? And if not, we'll do it next time. Yeah. So plie is the foundation of ballet moves. Also is a tendu. Tendu, think about the word stretch. And what you're doing is you're stretching your toes and your leg, basically. So hang out in first position, hand your bar. Your arm is going to hang out in second the whole time. We're going to do the really slow ones where you bend your toes and point your toes and bend your toes and in. Again, bend your toes and point your toes and bend your toes. Let's try it to the side. Bend your toes and point and bend and in. Let's do it again. I'll explain why we're doing this in a second. And then to the back. So this is called articulation of the foot. And this is the foundation of most movements. So this is where we're going really, really slow. And it's all about sliding your foot across the floor, like you're like sweeping the floor, or like massaging the floor with your feet. And we go really slow so you can really work through the bend and the point and the bend again. Yeah, that's probably enough things to worry about. 2 in every single direction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rise up in first position. And hopefully that feels better than the one we just did. One day it will, if it's not today. Cool. Let's try it. The arm is here. We go. Bend your toes, point. Bend your toes, slide. Repeat. Bend and point. Now to the side we go. Bend and point. Good job, everyone. Repeat. Bend and point. Now to the back. I'm sliding it out and in. Straight knees. Excellent. 2 more to the side. Slide out and in. 1 more. We got this down. So we're gonna rise up in your 6-inch heels, whatever the highest heels you got, right? Now, when you're here, try to never fall back on your baby toes. Try to always shift forward on the 2 big toes. I'm just scanning. We're looking good. Now bring this arm in front, tuck in your thumb. If you want to try 1 finger on the bar, that's the next progression. And if you take your hand off and you didn't fall, it goes here. And lower. Good job, everybody. That was fabulous. Now, I see a lot of tendus on the first day, and we are kicking butt. So let's add another layer to the details, because there's a lot of things going on. So on top of articulating my feet, the next goal is to remember what body part goes first. So when I'm in externally rotated turtle position, I'm doing this sideways for Janus, is I want to know when I go forward, it's my ankle. My ankle initiates every single movement forward. And when I go back, it's the back of my baby toe that slides back in. Otherwise, this can start happening. And that is okay if you were probably more in a jazz or contemporary class. Yeah, that's the difference between ballet and jazz and contemporary, usually. Going to the back, leading with the back of my baby toe is the opposite. And then my heel is the one that's coming forward, just like that. And then when you go to the side, I want you to forget where the side is. It's actually a little different in ballet. You got this little V shape in your first position. So when I tendu, I'm going to go on the diagonal. And when you start in a tendu, that is the alignment for when it gets higher later on in class. Yeah. But if you want to take it 1 step further, it's ankle first, then diagonal, because the quest is always more turnout. If I don't, it looks like this, opposed to like that. And you'll know because your butt is going to be burning a little bit. If you're ready to think about it, do it. If not, just do the bend your toe thing, because that was excellent. This is why ballet is so fun. There's so many layers and details. All right, queens, let's try it. Arm second, we go. Bend your toes, point. Bend your toes in. Repeat. Ankle forward and toes back. Now this is the diagonal. Bend your toes, point, and in. That's it, ladies. Out and out. Now behind you, baby toe. Then ankle leads. Good job. Then to the side on the diagonal. 1 more. We've got it. Now get up on your tippy toes and hold. So I'm going to quickly just check out your posture now. So this is where pulling in your belly button towards your spine is going to help. We're going to pretend, just put 1 arm here, and then to eventually balance it to look straight. We'll just practice staring at something in front, like my little sign there. squeezing, she's stretching her knees. Yes, stretching the knees as much as she can. Good job, I love it. You look nice and square. I'm just gonna do a little bit of your rib cage in, that's why you're falling backwards. There you go. So as soon as you go backwards, it just means this happens. So just a little bit of that. Just got a rib cage. You got a queen. Looking good, and relax. Awesome. And yeah, it's my favorite game. Where am I falling? So if I'm falling backwards, it's usually this. I'm totally exaggerating, right? I'm just falling backwards. So finding where your neutral rib cage is just takes a little bit of time, but you will know because you're pretty fit. You want to feel these muscles right here engaging. She's like, this is all a lie. It's all a I know, you're so cute. But yeah, well, and it is right. Where we want to use our sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I want to use my abs in my core. I want to say like R, my abs in my core, to bring the ribs inwards towards my pelvic bone. And if you ever do a fitness class with us or anywhere, when you do a plank, it is the exact same feeling of the burning here that keeps your ribs in neutral. My abs are burning now in the best way though. You guys did really, really good. Let's do something else. So now we're moving on. Tendus are now coming off the floor into what we call a baby kick in the level class, but the proper term, I want to say name and T at the term at the same time. This is not a good start. I'm here all day today. Okay, the proper term is dégagé, battement glissé, or battement jeté. But all it is, it's a tendu that comes off the floor, and then you touch and you slide in. It's going to get a little bit faster, so it's going to go like this: a kick, point, and close. We're gonna do 4 for repetition. And point and close. Then guess what? 4 on the diagonal. Kick, point, and close 4 times. I'm just showing 2. There's 4 to the back here. And then 4 to the side. Yeah. So if you hear the swishing sound, that is music to my ears because that means we're sliding our feet in the floor. Yeah. We never want to do this in any kind of way. It happens. Yeah, for sure. At the end, the bounce is a surprise. Yay, surprises. We'll worry about it when we get there. Let's do it. Arm is here. This is kick, point, slide. Kick, point, 2 more. Out, touch, slide. 1 more. Very good. Now 4 to the diagonal. Kick, point, slide. Good job. These look really nice, everyone. 2 more. Kick, touch, slide. Last one. Now 4 to the back. Kick, point, close. Awesome. 2 more, babes. Right behind you with a straight knee. Last one. 4 more to the side. Kick, point, and slide. Yes. A little bit more on that diagonal for it. Yeah, there you go. 1 more. All right, surprise time. Pick up your outside foot. You're going to take your pointed toe and place it under your kneecap. It's kind of like yoga where you're like tree pose, but you point it. Now bring this arm here and just hold it, and I will help you with your placement. I love that she's going for it. So think about a little bit in front of me. A nice little placement through the hips. Good job. And a little bit lower than the elbow is perfect. Looking very good, and yeah, nice. Going for it. Beautiful. I'm going to do a small thing here with your hip. I'm going to try to bring it more level. Yeah, awesome. Just checking. Oh, I'm going to do her hip too. There we go. Perfect. And last but not least, can we bring this one a little bit? Cool. And then this arm's right there. Yeah. And relax. Awesome. And I'll share because the corrections are usually always the same. And we'll do this as a family. Put your hand on your hip. And as you pick up this foot, push it down with your hand. Push it down and say, hip, do not move. If I pushed your hip down, it's because it went up a little bit. I'm exaggerating. And when it goes up, it's really hard to balance. So you always want to have both hip bones on the exact same plane. Oh, wow. See, easy correction, right? So good. Yeah. Amazing. See, we did it. No problem. Your guys' kicks were fabulous. They're sliding. I'm going to take it one step further. Now you're going to notice I have holes in my shoes. You want holes in your shoes too, because it means that you're using pressure into the floor. I didn't talk about this during tendu, but it's the same deal where you're always pushing like through the dirt and you're like dragging your toes through the sand kind of thing. So it's the pressure that you're using into the floor. Another visual, you got gum on your shoe and you're like, "Ugh," like, get off my shoe. Ugh. We don't want to use doggy doo-doo, right, Gizmo? No, we're not using that one. He's like, what, Humi? So if you're ready to apply the pressure, that is actually the technique that's making your feet stronger to do jumps or to eventually do bigger kicks. Yeah. Still keep them small though. Let's try it. Ready and push, point, pull. Push. We got 2 more like this, babes. Push. Remember, keep it nice and low, like an inch or 2. 1 more. Now to the side. Remember, it's a diagonal. Point and squeeze. Push, point, and squeeze. 2 more. I like it. 1 more. Let's go to the back and scrape, point, and push. Yeah. Oh, that sounds so good. It's really happening. We've got 1 more to the back. Now 4 more side, out, point, squeeze. We got 2 more, babes. Now 1 more. And if you want to put your hand on your hip, that's okay. As a reminder to keep the hip still as you bring your foot up. Yes. And then we all want to get our knee to the side as much as we can. Amazing. You guys, that placement looks really good. And relax. Woo, perfect. I'm just having a sip of water. If you have water with you, definitely always have water if you need it. And then we're going to continue on. All right. The foundation is basically done for tendus and stuff. We're going to move into rond de jambe. So rond de jambe means circle of the leg. And so what you're basically doing is a half circle. And if I just apply what I just talked about with what body part goes first, it's my ankle. And it starts off as a tendu. And then as I go to the side, I'm trying to show off my ankle. Yes. And then I keep squeezing through. And then I slide through first position. And I do it again. Front and side and back. Then I'm going to go to the other way. So I got to go back first. Then I'm going to turn out my leg a second, go into the front and close. 2 sets. Super, super slow and easy. And then I'm going to give you a break on the balances. You're going to take your hands down and go, ta-da. Even if you mess up. Ta-da. Not like, ooh. Yeah. Let's do it. And prepare the arm going front and side, back, slide through first, again, front, show off your ankle, good job, yeah, and reverse, going back, and turn outside more, yeah, front, and slide, 1 more time, back, and side, and front, and then you go, wasn't I amazing? Good job, you guys. You were. You did so amazing. Let's keep going on the second side, babes. I could talk about things as we do it because now we're through foundation. Whoop, whoop. And prepare your arm. Bend your toes front. Carry side and back. Bend your toes. Good job, Erica. Think about those hips. Front and side and back. Reverse this. Bend your toes, point. Turn out, and front. And pressure through the floor. Back and side and front. And then we'll go, I am done. Yes, queens, you are. Good job. Fabulous. That's to warm up your hip socket. Now I am going to do someone's favorite exercise. Fondue. She's like, oh no, it's the fondue. Oh, totally. And fondue is no one's favorite. I am totally lying. It's a great strength building exercise. A fondue is a plie on one leg, basically. So what you need to know is every time you're doing a fondue, which means to melt, your foot is at your ankle. I am melting. Then I stretch the front with both legs extended. I am melting. This is where I'm going on the diagonal. I am melting, and then I'm going to the back, and then I am melting to the side. Yeah, so I'll tell you, where does my foot go? Where does it go, right? It goes in front when you go to the front. It stays in front until you go to the side. Then it's gonna go to the back of your ankle because you're going to the back, and then you're coming back from the back, so to the back, and then to the side. This is where things get kind of tricky. Just worry about bending and stretching if this is like new still for you. Otherwise, can you show me the biggest diamond ever? Always the biggest ones. That just means my knee's going to the side. I'm bending my knee here. Gorgeous ankle. 2 sets because it's better than one. Hold the last one here for what's going to feel like forever. Oh, I know. We didn't do it in the last class though. She's like, no, mommy, no. Oh, let's do it. And then stretch front, big diamond, diagonal. Behind your ankle, stretch back, big diamond. Let's try it again, babes. So in front, bend, and stretch, and just breathe. And it will get through it together. And behind, stretch it back. One more, and you hold it here. First checkpoint is your leg on a diagonal. Good. Then rotate it. I'm gonna start with you first. And I know it's weird, but try to stretch this knee at the end. Oh, thank you for turning out your leg as well. That's awesome. Just hold it for a moment. I'm gonna see if we get more turnout from you. Oh, just stretch a little bit more. Good job. Yes, just keep the hips square. Oh, yes. Awesome. I'm not sure where he's going. Beautiful, beautiful. You look amazing. Everyone take a break. That's a hard one. Hard. Where you going, Poopy? You know, he had to do a little stretch too. Cross his leg over and stretch it for a second. Yeah, because you're going to feel your hip working. Yeah. Awesome. You guys did really, really good. I know holding your leg here sucks. No one likes that one. Pause. My finger doesn't exist. Pause. Doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Perfect. So yeah, all I'm always doing is just always want to look for more turnout. So that's just the name of the game. So always when you look at your leg in second, you want, when it's in the air, you want to be so rotated that your inner thigh and ankle is facing the ceiling. And that works your inner thigh muscles. Something fierce for sure. All right, one more side, and then I'm gonna put the fan on because it's time to get steamy in here. Ready? And touch your ankle. Stretch to the front. Stay right on the ankle bone with the baby toe. Ankle bone, thigh, behind your ankle. Stretch back and bend and side. Repeat in front. Front over, cross it, bring it more here. And in, yes. And side, behind, to go back. One more and hold it there. And try to rotate more. Just checking. Oh, amazing. And you guys can all take a break. This was just for you. Be careful of overcrossing it. Think right where your ankle bone is. That's what's gonna be. Like your baby toe. Perfect. Good job. High five. Yeah. Awesome, guys. Yeah, stretch. Fans going on. And then we're gonna move on to something completely different. We're gonna do frappe. So frappe, which is a complete opposite quality of the fondue. The fondue is very melty, gooey. Frappe is usually quite sharp, but we're gonna go kind of slow because it's level 1. But that is our goal. So the preparation is kind of fast. Okay, so if you're like, this is too fast, just do this. Just pick up your foot. So my heel is now flexed. My ankle is flexed at my heel. You're picking up what I'm putting down, though. What's happening to me, Erica? Anyways, we're gonna work on just to the side today. It goes in every direction, but the side is like the one to learn first. Touch, point, flex, and in. So what I'm doing is I'm making contact. My toes are sliding until they pop off the floor, and I flex and bring it in. This is a foot coordination exercise, for lack of a better description, and eventually it looks like that. Frappe means to strike. That's why when I go slow, I'm trying to touch the floor first and slide. Now, I just want to quickly just help anyone who's really new. So let's see what's going on here. So you're going to have your foot flexed like this. And I'm just going to just roll up your pants a little bit just so I can see your foot. So when you're here, the first thing is you want to go touch right there, then point, then flex, and come in. Touch, point, flex, and in. Want to go try it with me? Touch, slide, flex, in. That's it. So weird, right? Let's see how you're doing, queen. Through the ankle. Awesome. You got it. Perfect. Just like riding a bike. Awesome. No problem. We'll just do 8 of them and then finish no balance. Just practice them. Here we go. Out and in. Touch, point, flex, in. Dig, slide, flex, in. You got it. You're awesome, guys. We're going to do 4 more after this guy. Ready? Here we go. This is for point, flex, and in. 3, point, flex, and in. 2 more. Last one. And you're going to point it. Then we'll just close it and chill. Sweet. Those are really good. You'll be ready for all the directions next time. That intro's fast, right? Every frappe is really fast. The introduction. It doesn't matter what classical playlist you're listening to. Let's do it again. And at the ankle, touch, slide, flex, and in. Yeah, so we try to really bend your toes in the floor and then push. That's it. We've got 4 more, babes. And dig, push, flex, and in. 3, slide, flex, and in. And 2. Last one. And then close and go. Thank God that's over. Right? We did it. We survived. We're going to move into Adagio now. So Adagio is one of those like slow playlists, kind of like Fondue, where you're just trying to pick up one leg and do pretty things with it. I'm just adjusting my volume because my fan. So the first thing to learn from Adagio is a développé. Think about your unfolding your leg. That's what a développé is. So the first thing is I am picking up my outside foot and pointing my toe. My big toe is drawing a line up the side of my leg while I'm keeping my hip down, right? We did this earlier, hey? This is where it comes back. Now I'm going to lead with my ankle as I go to the front. It doesn't have to be high, friends. And then you lower to the floor and you slide it in like a tendu. Yeah. Now you repeat to the side. Big toenail up the side of your leg. Extend on the diagonal. Boom. Point and close. Yeah, girl, I know. And then we do one more coming up. Now, for this one, imagine my really pointy nail is poking you here, and you're trying to keep your thigh lifted. And if your glutes are working, you feel it properly. I'll help you find this position. But fully stretch your legs behind you. This is called arabesque. And even if you're not balancing, you can flip your hand to the floor and reach your fingertips. One day, which might not be today, but one day, this hand comes off and you balance. And if you want to try, you can. If you fall down, just get back up again. Sounds good. One développé in each direction. All right, slowly up to the knee. Extend to the front. Look softly to the floor and slide the foot right in. Draw the line up the side of your leg. Extend on your diagonal. Lower softly to a point and slide everything in. One more time. Coming up. Thigh lift as you go to arabesque. And what you want to do is you want to stretch your back leg. Now, don't look back, but I'll help you. This looks good. It's nice and straight. The toes are pointed, and we're rotating. And then to practice, just kind of reach your fingers like this. This is beautiful. Can we do more turnout? Oh, I like it. Can I get more turnout here too? Yes, perfect. We're just going to stretch the knee a little bit more. Oh, you always want to have them forward while the leg is rotating. So it's kind of like a tug of war. I'll share with the class after. Not to overcross it, but good job. And last but not least, yeah, the tag was bugging you. I got it, girl. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful and relaxed. So yeah, I'll share. So in an ideal situation, you always want your hips level until your leg gets higher than 90 degrees. So if it helps you, put your hand on your hip, look straight, point your toe to the back, and just try to keep your hips still as you lift the leg up. Yeah, because it's going to help you balance easier. If you start twisting, you're going to be like, I'm falling this way. So that's why you always want to have them square. Now, the hard part is rotating the leg in the hip socket. If I kind of went, while keeping the hip square. So it is like a tug of war. This hip wants to go this way, but the leg wants to rotate outwards. Yeah. And that's how you get the ballet booty though, for sure. Those were beautiful. Let's do it again on the other side. And then we're going to skip grand battement to do some jumps. Prepare the arms slowly up the side of the leg. Extend slowly to the front. Lower light as a feather to the floor. And just slide it in. Again, up the side of your leg. Extend on the diagonal. And lower with control is what makes your leg look like it weighs nothing. Slowly coming up to the knee. Thigh lifts to air back. So yeah, you want to try to bring that hip square while rotating the leg outwards in the hip socket. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, turn a bit more. You got it, queen. That's awesome. So as you're turning out, try to keep this hip forward and then go rotate. Yeah. And then just to bring your leg behind you a bit more, imagine there's a piece of paper you're squeezing between your booty, and then your leg will always go behind you. Good job. And everyone take a short little break. That was fabulous. We're going to meet in the center. We're going to do a couple jumps, and then I'm going to give you the introduction to the turn coordination. How's you feeling? Feeling good? Yeah, so I'll be right here. Feel free to spread out behind me. If you've done this before, definitely come to the front. Thanks, Erica. It helps our other friends. All right. Hopefully, Janice, you're having a good start to the class there in the bar. Yeah. We're going to move into introduction to jumps. So every jump begins and ends with a plie. So remember how we talked about the demi plie? That's your jump. When you look in the mirror, if you can see yourself, you always want your knees in line with your toes by squeezing your glutes. And this is really important because if you start jumping and you don't squeeze your butt and your knees roll forward, if they're going the wrong direction and you land a jump, you might hurt yourself. It's kind of like if you ever do squats and lunges in the gym, you always want the knees to track in the same direction as your feet. You don't want to have your foot there and your knee going that way kind of thing. So safety first, always. We are going to put our hands on our hips unless we know what to do with our hands. And we're going to do 4 plies to practice our jump. This is the low impact option. So if you don't want to jump, do 4 more when I say jumping optional. This is what it looks like. So you're going to jump and try to land your plie. Goal number 1, just bend your knees when you land the jump. That's all you want to worry about. If you are ready to move on from that option, you want to use your feet. So when I jump, I am actually pushing my foot off the floor like this. So I'm not jumping like that. So when I use my feet to point my toes, it looks like that. And I'm rolling through. Yeah. And they'll be kind of slow. So you can practice and see what happens. I can help you when I see you in action too. Now, do a smaller second and do 4 plies. Then I'll say jumping optional, 4 jump squats, basically, or 4 more bounces of a total of 8. Let's just do that first and see how it goes. When in doubt, just keep bouncing, okay? Ready? 4, 3, 2, jumping optional. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now second. 4, 3, 2, jumping optional. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, you guys. So far, so good. I'm gonna give you one more. Now, you guys are in a very special week if you just came in. We are doing a jump called échappé, sauté, changer. It sounds super fancy. All it is, I call it the fancy jumping jack. So you're gonna put your right foot in front in 3rd position. Without the jump, you bend, and when you jump out, you jump to 2nd bend. Then this foot is gonna end up behind you when you come back in. Then it goes to the side again, and it goes in front. So we're gonna do this to the music, going, where does my foot go? So it goes to the side, close, back, to the side, close, front, repeat. We'll do a total of the 4. And then if you wanna jump with me, it's like a jumping jack where your legs separate together, but then you change what foot's in front. Let's try together. So I'm gonna jump out the 2nd. Now put your left foot in front when you jump in. Yeah. Jump out to 2nd, right foot's in front. And we'll do that a couple times. Ba-da, ba-dee, ba-da, da-da. No problem. And who cares what foot's in front? As long as you're alternating, that's all that matters. If you want to know, échappé, sauté, changer means escape, jump, change. I don't know. It doesn't sound that cool, but that's what it is. Cool. Let's try it. Same song. 2nd, close back. 2nd, close front. 2 more. 2nd, close back. Now try the jump. Out, left foot in front. Out, right foot in front. 2 more. Last one. You guys are so fancy now. Look at you. Fabulous. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're gonna move into the turn of the month. Now, this is no turning unless you know what the hell the turn is. But it's basically that position I made you try to do at the bar, but now you got no bar. Ooh. So what you're gonna practice today is what we call a pose into 5th. Pose means I'm just stepping up into a position. So I'm gonna start like this. My left foot's gonna cross in front and I hold, ideally. And if you fall, it's okay. And then I come down. Let's try it again. Cross the left foot in front. And if you do this, it's okay. This is still ballet. It's fine. And come down. Let's try this way next. I'll give you some tips. Cross the right foot in front now. And then come down. Cross your right foot in front. And then come down. Yeah, perfect. So there are some tricks. The first one is, how do I stay up? You want to not look down. Keep your eyes up. You want to squeeze your ankles and your inner thighs together, like we talked about the bar. Remember the zipper? This is where it's going to help you, in theory. Don't look down. Now, what I'm doing, so you don't land on your foot, is I bring my foot in, and then I put it out to the side. So kind of like scooch the foot to the side, if that helps. So I go up, bring the foot in, then scooch it over. Want to give that a try with me, sweetie? So step cross the left foot in front, scooch it over. There you go. Yeah, that way you're not like on your toes for sure. Bring it up, squeeze, scooch it over. Yeah, let's try this way. Now squeeze your ankles and inner thighs and your butt, and then scooch the foot over. Yeah, bring it up, squeeze, scooch it over. Perfect. That's all you got to worry about today. If you know more than that, good for you. You can try it. But follow me if you're like, Hopefully that feels clear for you at home, babes. It'll be pretty slow. Ready, and step, squeeze, then come down. Step, squeeze, other way. Right foot in front, hold, come down. Again. Let's try to repeat, okay? So left foot in front, squeeze your inner thighs. Move your foot. Squeeze your inner thighs. Other way with your right foot in front. Sweet. One more. Yeah, this stuff's hard, right? Super hard. But that is the foundation of a turn. What is the turn gonna look like one day? Like that. So yeah, that's what you're working towards to do. As I mentioned, just practicing the balance at your kitchen counter will make this a little bit easier with the squeeze and legs and chest up, and then eventually having your arms here, because that's what they'll be in the turn. But don't worry, we're gonna be working on it all month long. Now I want to go to the corner, because you got some time, to do some bigger jumps across the floor, because that's fun. If you need water first, please help yourself to some water. We're gonna meet at that corner right over there. So we're basically just skipping right now. So I'm going to review all the skips we've done today up until today. And if we got time, which we probably won't, we will combine them. If not, we'll combine them next time I see you, because that's what's happening right now. So just to break it down, this is the basic skip that we've been doing in September. It's basically when you jump, the toe is at the back of the knee like this. And if you don't want to jump, you just walk across the floor like this. Otherwise, step, jump, step, jump, step, jump, step, jump. It's like when you're skipping down the street. No one does this, but you know, when you used to, when you were a kid. But ballet, that's all it is. Yes. So we're going to do groups of 2 3s. Let's bring Erica to the front so she could be the leader. And then you can come over here, sweetie. And then you can be right there and I'll be here. So you can follow me. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And then I will help every group. I'm just going to push play quickly here. And then when you're done, you're going to line up at that corner so you get a second chance to practice. 7, 8. Step hop. Step hop. Yeah, anyone could do this, right? So easy. Beautiful. Let's get my next group coming down. 5, 6, 7, 8. And step hop. Step hop, step hop. Yes. And you can walk it out, sweetheart. Oh, I was gonna say next time, if you want to be a little bit more in the back, we can move you over a little bit. So you don't think no one's gonna trample on you. We're gonna do it again. Going to this corner. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop. Gonna go a bit faster if you want. Yeah. Right, don't you think you're 4 years old? It's so fun. All right, so this time, let's just bring you a little bit more forward. Yeah, totally. You come a little bit more forward too. That way you can walk it out. 6, 7, 8. Step hop, step hop. And just walk it out, gorgeous. You got it. Perfect. Yes, awesome, right? So good, so easy, but it's the foundation of jumps. And you do when you're little because it gets you ready for the big stuff. And considering over time, we're going to add the next level. So now this is what we did the other week. It's the same thing, but my leg is going to kick to the back. So if I'm not jumping, I just go kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it. So this is called a ton levee in the arabesque. Yeah, if you know arms, you can do them. I'll just keep them simple today, just in case you're like scared. All right, same groups, come forward. And I'm here, so don't worry. You follow me. 6, 7, 8. Kick, kick. Yes, awesome, we got it. And then yeah, come forward, come forward, come forward. Perfect, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the kick, and kick, and kick, and kick. You gonna stretch that back leg? Awesome. Gorgeous, grand bas mort. Lovely. Yeah, you can run away if you want, sweetheart. That's a long way to go. First group, come on down and do one more set. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Step hop. Step hop. Yes, awesome. 6, 7, 8. Step hop. Step hop. Yes. You got it. We got it. You know what? We're doing good for time. So we're going to do one more. I'm just going to let my friend in. Hi, come on in. Good boy, Gizmo. Okay, you know, we have time, so let's do it. We are going to marry the two together. So it's one of each. And if you mess it up, it's okay. Just keep skipping. Just keep skipping. Just keep skipping. It's okay. So to break it down, I'm going to spread out. The first one goes into arabesque. Arabesque. Touch. Arabesque and touch over and over. Stretch, bend. Stretch, bend. That's all it is. And if you mess up, it's all Gouda. Oh, baby, good boy. Oh, he wants to tell you you're doing really good in your first group class. Good boy, come here. This is really dangerous. I need you to come back here. I know, I just don't want to jump on you. Oh, my little man. Oh, I know. Oh, little bum. Who's got the littlest bum? Come here. I love you. Yes. We're going to do one more exercise, okay, baby? Just one more. Then you can have all the cuddles. Let's see what happens. Woo! Fake it till you make it. In ballet and in life. Let's do a different song. Ready? Stretch, bend. Stretch, bend. Yeah, you can do arms if you know them. Otherwise, I'm just keeping it very simple. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, bend. Stretch, bend. Then you can go slower than us, for sure. Beautiful extension, and then you can run away after halfway. Beautiful. That was awesome. It was totally fine, right? You got this. This time, you're stretching this leg and bending this one. I'll help you. First group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight, bend. Straight, bend. Awesome. 5, 6, 5. Stay, and straight, bend. Straight, bend. Don't get excited. Don't get excited yet. Yes, good job, everybody. Okay, Gizmo. Okay, Gizmo. Always doing the big jumps. He's like, oh my God, you jumped on. Way to go. So now you're ready. Next time you see that this week in class, let's come into the middle of the room. We're just going to do our curtsy. It's pretty easy, so just follow me. Just start by standing with one foot like this and your hands over your imaginary tutu. This, he knows this is the time. And we go step and place and bow and stretch. Other side out and place and bow.